very difficult, as stating the obvious right there. As tough as it gets. All the work, all the talk that we've done through this whole off season about finishing games, playing better. Very difficult because same thing happened the last time we were in this stadium a year ago, and I thought we were way beyond that, and we weren't. So I give a lot of credit to Southern Miss. They did a heck of a job. They out-coached us and outplayed us, and it hurts a great deal to our team and to our fan base, to our administration, to everybody. And I accept that full. I don't know if I'd ever in my career ever want to apologize for a game, but that's a tough pill to swallow right there, and I do. And I didn't think I'd ever do that. That's a tough loss, and our fans deserve better. And I'll tell you this, we'll play better. I know the criticism that comes with it. I can handle that, and we'll get ourselves. This is the first time I've ever felt like through all the ups and the downs that we will. We'll get in a barricade and get to work in our complex and go to work. And I know everybody has every right to question what we're doing, and we'll stay the course. You saw how we can play and how we will play. We made plays on all sides of the ball in that first half, and the guys knew what they were doing. We were executing, played with urgency, made plays, and did some very good things. We cannot let one play or any play in the momentum punch us in the gut and take the wind out of us. And that's where I thought we were beyond that, because you're always going to face adversity in games and in a season. And at the end of the first half, when we gave up the home run, that was a punch in the gut that we had to respond, get it behind us and move on. And that's exactly what we talked about. And we didn't do that. We come out in the second half, and if I'm not mistaken, right there, we hit a ball, hit us right in the chest for our fourth interception that set us up again, and we drop it. And I just one play that sticks out in my mind, but there's so many, and again, I can't. We're going to go back to work, and I know this football team is capable of a lot. And once again, I apologize because our fans do deserve better, and that's not acceptable, and I get it. And we'll get back to work, and I know this team will respond, and we'll do some good things.
Questions? Go ahead. I don't have a mic, John.
Mark, on the sideline, did you see guys pressing? Did you think that all the things you talked about during camp, did you see those go away? Or
I did. We talk about it. We work on it. We you don't want to overdo it, but that was all we talked about this week was good thoughts and believe in what you're doing. I've always told the team that with all the hard work that we do, that gives you an opportunity. And if you don't do that, you have zero chance to win. And so we've done the work to give ourselves an opportunity to win, and it didn't happen today. And so we'll get back to work, and we talked a lot about that. We talked a lot about when adversity hits, how are we going to respond, and keeping the faith. And you can't play this game in fear. You can't coach in fear, and there's no place for it. You got to have faith, and you got to put the work in, and go. And that's what we're going to do.
Mark, obviously they ran the ball well in the second half. Did they make any sort of adjustment at halftime, or did?
Yeah, we've got to play better. They did a heck of a job. That goes without saying. Coach Dawson and all that he's gone through. I am happy for him. Obviously I want our team to play better. But he did a heck of a job, and they kept us off balance. And again, it's a team game, as you know. We have to, when one side is struggling, we can't let them double us up in time of possession, and that can't happen. So once again, I believe we only got two first downs in the second half, and so it's both sides playing equally bad football, and we are not capable of beating anybody when both sides play bad.
Mark, have you ever been in a game where your offense looked so good for one half and so bad for another half?
No, I haven't, no.
Defense-
Not like that, because we were really, our guys knew what to do, they knew where to go with the football, they made plays, I mean, we were sharp. And then it just, that momentum is a big thing, and, we've gotta learn to handle the momentum shifts and come back and make some plays.
When the defense is on the field for most of the second half, what does that tell you about, the depth that your team has going forward and their ability to sustain?
Yeah, it's not good enough, nobody is, we're not good enough to be on the field that long, and that's twofold. That's, defense has to do their job to get off, and offense has to do their job to move the football.
Have you ever had a team that was on the field for 95 plays?
Yeah.
Defense?
I have. I would imagine, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure I did, but, you get in some of those games, but it's tough, and that, again, that's twofold. That's the defense's job to get off, so they don't have as many plays, and we have to control the football and get some first downs. When it's spinning, when the momentum's gone, that's where you have to play good on both sides of the ball, and we obviously didn't do that.
Mark, what did you see when Drew was really spinning it there and finding his guys? He threw some balls early that were about as well as he could throw them, and then what changed, do you think?
A lot of it comes to protection and comfort and getting off balance, and that's what they had. They had balance. They were able to run the ball and get some aggravating yards and staying ahead of the chains. And, the third down, we got off balance on third down. They did a nice job. We blew up a screen or two in the first half, and then all of a sudden they come in, they hit us on one or two screens, I remember, on third down that really hurt us. And, and we're pinning our ears back and coming, and they hit us with a screen on third down in a couple critical situations that, we gotta do a better job. And, so.
Mark, with all the work you've done with these kids with their confidence, do you think there still is a problem that when something goes wrong, their confidence just goes away?
Well, it was evident today. It's hard to deny that today, and that's where we've got to just continue to work, and we've got to continue to believe, and it's a good group. It's going to hurt, and they're going to go through some tough times, and everybody's going to question them. So they've got to man up and get back to work and accept that. We all, it starts with me. That's what I told them, and I'll do my part, and I'll get back to work, and the staff will, and they've got to do their part. But like I told them, we're a good football team. They know what to do. They know how to play. Our coaches know how to coach. We just got to get back to doing. You saw some good things in this game, and you're going to see it again this year. And so that's what we'll do.
Mark, how do you approach the fact that all those naysayers and the people outside the locker room, they're going to question them? Attendance probably not going to be very good when you come back in 2 weeks. How do you deal with all those?
Yeah, I understand it. That the attendance part hurts because I do feel an obligation. I want our fans. There's so many good people. I walked in today with Talbot Todd, and I want to make guys like that proud. Of our program and our team, and it hurts. It does. But it won't affect me in the job. But I do. I understand it. People do a lot. It's not easy to come to a football game. There's crowds and there's people, and you got to get here early. It's a long day, and there's a lot of other things they can do. So we need them. I ask them not to bail on us because this football team's got a lot of good games in them. And but it does hurt. When you get it teed up and you got a big game like that, and you're playing very, very well, and you lose it. You understand. That it comes with the territory, and you got to accept that criticism, and know the truths of it, and know the things that you got to just put your head down and go to work, and it'll come together.
Coach, when you and your staff are selling a vision to prospective recruits and your recruits, how much harder does tonight make that case?
It definitely hurts. Yeah, it doesn't help.
You had termed your secondary future superstars. After tonight, do you think they lived up to that expectation?
No, I don't think they did. We saw some phenomenal plays, but when we were playing good, I think all of us enjoyed it when the game was going one way because you saw some guys making one-handed interceptions, and you saw the length, and you saw some good plays, and then you saw it all go the other way. I can't put it all on them, that's for sure. But no, I don't think we played exceptionally well in the secondary. I thought we played very well at times, and then a few plays are just inexcusable. The screen and go that went for, I think, the last touchdown is absolutely inexcusable. And, that we cannot have, the same mistakes that we've had for a while, and that's not okay.
Can you give an injury update on Blake McLean after that hit, and is Dorian Baker not playing tonight?
Yeah, I really don't have an update on Blake yet, so, I can't comment on that. I don't know what the situation is. And Dorian was questionable, on his hamstring. He had a hamstring, and, hopefully he'll be back this week. He was close.
What about Josh Allen?
Again, I don't have an update. I saw him with a bag of ice on his shoulder, so.
What wasn't working for the run game on offense tonight?
Well, when we settled back down and we're down 6, and we got through some big sets, and we ran the ball very effectively. And they weren't in big sets, they were in 11, but that's what they were doing to us. They were getting 3, 4, 5, and keeping you off balance. And then we go to 12, and we do that. That's where we were getting some yards, getting some runs, and we get the holding penalty, and the rest is history. It put us back behind the chains.
Well, thank you very much. We've got players across the hall. Ready to go. Thank you.